Quite an elaborate lid demonstration, which I'm going to throw a bunch of lids off the hump. I will throw a great big lid for this casserole, and I'll throw some smaller lids off the hump. But in any case, the shape that I'm going to make is something similar to this. This is a green pot that was made a few days ago. When you throw the clay down, you want to get it as close to the center as you possibly can, because it just saves a lot of time and effort later on. Okay, larger pieces of clay take a little more calories to, a few more calories to center, but it's all the same. I put the pressure on there with my left hand, just like I showed in the beginning tape. I still open with my thumbs, open right down to within about 3/8 of an inch from the bat head, and pull to the outside. Just pull right to the outside. I'm going to straighten this up a little bit, and then I'm going to go back and put the bottom in. Now, go back and mop a little of that water out. You always want to keep it relatively dry. At this point, I can go back, and using both hands to make it rigid, I can go back and put a nice, in this case, it's going to have a flat bottom. It's going to be, just follow the contour of the flatness of the bat. And I push down relatively hard. Not too hard, the clay is not too stiff, but just enough to get it pushed down, enough to get it nice and uniformly thick or uniformly thin across the bottom. Nice contour on the bottom. Then mop that out. Okay, now pull that back in. Put water on it. Keep it lubricated. Make the indentation at the bottom. Grab with my knuckle, and then just very gently pull this on up. I leave quite a roll of clay at the top, and I do that because, and right now I'm going to stop and I'm going to set the rim seat. While I've still got some thickness in the wall down below, I'm going to set the rim seat, and the reason that I do this is this puts quite a bit of torque, quite a bit of resistance on the clay, and that causes it to, that could cause this to twist. Sometime in your pottery you'll notice that down below where you're throwing you'll get a twist in the clay. It's because the clay is either too soft or too thin, and you're putting too much resistance or too much stress above that point. You're dragging on it too much, and it causes it to and twist and get out of shape. So I'm going to set the rims right now. I'm going to make it the place for the lid right at this point. And I use my sponge dragging on there it's wet, and it causes it to slip and forms very easily. Now I'll go back and thin down the walls, and I can now make them as thin as I want and not have to worry about I've already got the place for the lid set in the top, and I don't have to worry about that. And even if I touch it and make it so that it's not quite straight, that's okay, because I can go back and touch it up once I've got it there. I can fix it. But if I had to go back with these walls real thin and put that place in there for the lid, that rim seat, or that lid seat, if I had to do that then, it wouldn't be so good. See, I can go back and very gently fix that like that. Now, taking my stainless steel